What's going on, everybody? My name is Phantomatic, and today I'm going to be showing you how to build Wuthering Waves' first ever limited 5-star unit, Jiyan. Make sure to subscribe to the channel, and let's get to building. Since he uses the broad blade, we're going to start with his weapons of choice, and his best in slot is going to be his banner weapon, Verdant Summit. It increases all resonance damage by 12%, and every time he uses his intro skill or resonance liberation, his heavy attack damage is increased by 24%, which can be stacked 2 times for 14 seconds. This means Jiyan will be getting a 48% increase to his heavy attack damage. It also has base crit damage as its second main stat with a total of 48.60% at level 90. And to those willing to pull dupes, these numbers will now be a 24% increase to all his resonance damage and a 48% increase to his heavy attack damage that can be stacked 2 times, meaning a 96% increase total to Jiyan's heavy attack at its highest rank. But if you don't want to pull for his banner weapon, then you can use the 5-star weapon, Lustrous Razor, which increases his energy regen by 12.8% when his skill hits a target, and his resonance liberation gets a 8% damage increase that can be stacked twice for 12 seconds. Note that he gets no real benefit from the resonance liberation damage increase since his ultimate doesn't do damage since it's only a form activation. You can get this in the 5-star weapon selection for free once you reach Union level 45. However, you will be able to choose the other standard 5-star weapons that are currently in the game, so I won't recommend choosing this broad blade unless you already have Jiyan. As for his 4-star options, the best would be Autumn Trace, which will increase his attack by 10% when his basic attack or heavy hits, and can increase his defense by 18% for 10 seconds, which can be stacked 3 times, which would be a 54% defense increase. It has crit damage as its second main set, and you can't get this weapon by pulling. As for the second 4-star, there's Helios Cleaver, and for the 3-star, Guardian Broadblade. Echoes come in all shapes and sizes, and they also come in sets, which is why the 5-set Seria Gale is the best choice for him. With the 2-set, it increases his aerial damage by 10%, and with the 5-set, increases aerial damage by 30% for 15 seconds when Jiyan uses his intro skill. There's also the 5-set Endless Resonance, which is his second best option, increasing attack by 10% with the 2-set, and with the 5-set, increasing attack by 5% every 1.5 seconds he's on the field, and can be stacked 4 times with a total of 20%, and the outro skill damage is increased by 60%. There's also the 2-set Seria Gale, 2-set Endless Resonance for the 10% aerial damage and the 10% attack increase. Before we get into which echoes are important, you must know that echoes have a cost, 4 being the highest and strongest, 3 being the second highest, and 1 being the lowest and weakest. Resonators can hold 5 echoes max with a total cost of 12, so the ideal build you want on all of your resonators are 4, 3, 3, 1, 1. Now, the best stats on his 5-set echoes are the 4-cost Phalian Burngall, which should have crit rate as its main stat, and the echo also increases Jiyan's aerial and heavy attack damage by 12% once its skill successfully hits. And if you're using the Endless Resonance set, then the 4-cost Mech Abomination will be your best choice. The 2 3-cost echoes should have aerial damage bonus for one of the 3-cost main stats, and energy regen for the second 3-cost main stat. And the 2 1-cost echoes should just have attack percent. When it comes to substats for your echoes, then crit rate will be your highest priority as the first substat. Your second substat should be attack percent, but this can't be substituted for heavy attack damage bonus. And the final substat you should prioritize is energy regen. And the rest of the substats, you can put heavy attack bonus if you have attack percent already, and another filler substat just to make up for the 5. Avoid resonance liberation damage bonus since it does him no good. If you want to know which resonators work well with Jiyan on a team, then as a sub DPS, Mortefi is his best friend. Besides dishing out 2 follow-up attacks when you use a heavy attack, with his outro skill, he increases the heavy attack damage of the next character by 38% for 14 seconds. This is really good since Jiyan's kit revolves around heavy attack. Yang is another option since she would be able to regen 4 energy for Jiyan's ultimate for 5 seconds. While she won't be giving him any crazy damage boost, Just helping him get his ult is also really good. As for the supports, Jiyan and Verena are the only two right options at this moment. And that's gonna be it for my build for Jiyan. I'm very excited to finally play Wuthering Waves after patiently waiting. Anyways, make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next Wuthering Waves video. Signing off.